Gavin and Gookin.
Let's go with it. Whatever. Fuck it. Welcome to Gavin and Gookin.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Untitled Gundam Show.
Episode 2, Electric Boogaloo.
For those that don't know, which I can actually say this time, because it's the second episode, this is a show in which I force me, my friend Shaden, and other guests to watch every episode of Mobile Suit Gundam in release order.
How does it feel to be nameless?
I thought we played D&D together.
It's fine.
I only see you like
What, and I don't get to play D&D?
30...
These bitches don't invite me.
You know what? Okay, so this episode's gonna have a lot more structure than the last one. I fucking promise.
Maybe.
Try.
I'll go around the table and introduce everyone. Hello everyone, I am your host, Nathan Pink, lover of anime, lover of Gundam. I'm the only one here who's watched any Gundam?
I've not seen Gundam.
Okay.
I've seen Double O.
Seen Double O, and played
one episode of Iron Blooded Orphans.
One episode of Iron Blooded
And I
Orphans.
played a bit of that PS2 game.
Gundam Versus.
Yeah, that I played when I was 8 or whatever.
I've seen 5 episodes of Gundam.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hilarious, right?
amazing. I've seen 10.
And joined with me, as always, this handsome sexual dynamo
Fresh haircut.
host,
Same
co-host,
outfit.
Shaden Wadesh.
What a shit.
And then joined this week, replacing both Aiden and Jason, is Dominique.
Yeah, hi.
I don't know your last
I'm
name.
not.
I can't.
That's okay.
Do you want people on the internet to know your last name?
No.
You don't want to know?
If they really wanted to find out, I'm sure. If they really
Does it have
wanted
an H in
to
it?
find out, yeah, it does.
This is
Raise
like,
your hand.
You're like,
No.
yeah. You're like, you don't want your last name out here, right? So is your last name this?
No, the better. No.
It's like, Nathan, you don't want your last name out, right? So this is my friend Nathan Pink. Oh, sorry, his last name's Pink.
His address is.
His address
you know
is
what? I've actually
69.
said on like live streams I've done, I don't give a shit if anyone knows where I live or who I am. If they want to come kill me or suck my dick, they can. Hi, I'm Nathan Pink. I live in
He's
Green
open
Street,
open to yandere stalkers.
I am big time. Tsundere is obviously better than Yandere, but I'll take what I can get.
His
But-
type is any girl that can beat the shit out of him. So, like,
They know that. I talk about that in the manga reco video. Talk about big fat titties and girls that can beat me up.
My man.
Can you pass me a slice of delicious Domino's cheese bread?
Oh.
I like how I send you on a roller coaster of emotions.
Domino's what?
Delicious cheese pizza bread. Only...
Can you get up to the mic and do some like ASMR?
Sure.
oh god, I'm sorry.
It's really
It's
good.
under like
pizza bread?
Oh
Oh, yeah.
fucking
It just knocks
It
it
fucking
over.
knocks it over.
Oh yeah, just put it on the table like an animal.
We watched Gundam.
We did. You might not believe it, but we
Yeah,
did.
we did. We watched it this
We
time.
swear.
We swear.
We mostly paid
We
attention.
paid attention
No, we
to
did.
most of the episodes.
We
We
paid
paid
attention a
more.
little.
We paid a little.
Yeah,
you can actually
weren't
tell.
here for last time.
You
to
could
know
probably
how
tell
bad
me
it
what
was.
happened over the course of the 5 episodes.
Mm.
But as what happened each individual episode, you'd probably be like, I don't really.
The gun tank.
Gun tank.
Gun
yeah.
tank.
What is that thing? It looks like a tank.
That was the thing.
So
First impression, way fucking better.
it's like I
It's
wasn't
so much better.
I wasn't wrong when I said the first 5 episodes are fucking bad.
The first episodes were like really bad.
But,
They were
like-
just so like it was the same thing 5 times, kind of 6 times. Because episode 6 here was also just kind of like whatever. So we got Gun Tank, which is pretty cool because Gun Tank is
Gun tank. It's a Blastoise robot.
he's a lad, dude.
That's amazing firepower.
It's erotic. It's sexual.
It's cum
Powerful.
cannon.
Come cannon. What?
It's only got 2 shots.
I got 2 shots. Just like you can't make that joke. You were here for the bazooka. Look at this guy making inside jokes. He
Fucking
wasn't principal.
culturally-
He only has 2 shots.
Fucking
Good joke.
culturally appropriating our jokes.
You come in here. That's our fucking word. But Aiden, being the piece of shit he is, he's not here. He was literally here right up until we started setting up the film, and then he was like, I'm gonna go. He'd probably be here next week. He's supposed to be my other permanent co-host, but he's now been reduced to semi-permanent guest host. Okay, look at Final Fantasy boss time. Are you really impressed if I added that in? Like the word, like hated stain or whatever like that?
Yeah, it'd be super cool. Definitely.
That'd be so epic, too.
Man.
So,
Gundam.
Dominique.
Yes. I
You
did pull up the wiki.
you have never watched Mobile Suit Gundam, the original
No.
1979 show.
No.
You watched any series of Mobile Suit Gundam?
Never.
Not even
Never
Wing?
seen a gun.
Never seen Wing?
Nope.
Wing aired on TV?
Nope.
Wow.
No
Did you
Gundam.
watch, what mecha shows have you seen?
Tengen Toppa, Gurren Lagann.
It's good shit.
It's a pretty good show. I like
It's
it a
one of
lot.
my favorite animes. Probably top 3.
It's up there.
Really? Top 3? Cooley Cooley. Outlaw Star.
I might have to go. I think Psychopaths. I
Oh.
fucking love Psychopaths.
Oh, I
Season
fucking
one.
love
Fucking Norby.
Well, lots of people on the internet are dumb.
Yeah, they're fucking dumb.
I mean, we're on the internet, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're fucking galaxy.
Oh, we're
brains.
geniuses.
Galaxy Brain.
Fucking
Have you-
Gundam.
But you've never watched a Mobile Suit Gundam.
Never.
Now, to confirm, we didn't break the rules of the show. We did not,
I've not seen the first 5 episodes.
and we did not tell you what happened.
You told me a little bit.
We did?
We let him know that Gundam Hammer exists
Oh yeah.
and Regelf.
I heard something about a space condom.
Yeah, the space.
Oh
Gundam.
yeah. Space Condom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got that old anime thing where it uses the same cuts a lot.
It
I
uses
noticed that.
well. There was one piece of recycled animation in these 5 episodes.
Yeah, when he fights the
when he grabs
the
his
young man grabs
Zaku's-
his fucking.
Yeah, you remember that from the first 5
Yeah.
episodes because that's a cool moment.
That's like right in the first episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when he first gets the
When he
Gundam.
first kills Denim and
Yeah.
Jeans. And then that's when Amuro has to jump out and they're like, you're gonna fall.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, oh no! Because
I'm-
episode 7 is when he's like, I don't want to go fight.
Episode 7 is when he goes full Shinji.
Yeah. Yeah. So he does the angst thing for a bit.
Yeah.
Amuro, I'm sending you out on patrol. Report to the bridge. What are you doing? Let's go. Amuro, hurry up.
Why stir things up now by sending out a patrol?
What?
You're always sending me out to fight in these stupid battles of yours, right? I'm sick of it!
Amuro,
I don't want to play with the Ava.
It's dangerous and scary, and he's tired.
I guess you're probably just too tired to eat, huh?
I haven't slept much since we left home. Even when I have the time, I can't seem to sleep.
My friend Peter was here for a brief period of time because he adores Guntank.
For some reason.
Yeah, so do you want the lore into why Peter likes Guntank?
No.
I can do it quick.
No.
It's not very complex.
You have 30 seconds.
I was playing Gundam Versus, and Peter said, why don't you pick Guntank? It's clearly the best. And I went, haha, that's a funny joke. And he went, no, I'll show you. And he started playing. Plays Guntank, did way better than me. And then immediately went, see, Guntank is the best. And then he, for a while, was like, ironically, Guntank's the best because it looks dumb. And then he changed from ironic enjoyment to genuine appreciation and admiration for Guntank.
That's awesome.
To where now he owns a Guntank model.
That's so
And anytime he
good.
comes over, he wants to play that Gundam Versus game so he can play as Guntank because he actually does just like Guntank.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Speaking in general about the episodes, we have this whole thing where they got attacked. Amuro's going through this kind of angst phase.
He's like, I don't want to play with the Gundam.
but
I'm
he hears
exhausted.
Char's there, and he's like, fuck that guy.
Amuro, I'm so disappointed in you, I don't even want to see your face. Your combat performance has been amazing up until now. I expected you would surpass the Red Comet. It's really too bad.
Char?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go fight him.
you can get Amuro to fight if you're just like, hey, you can have a chance to fuck up Char because he fucking just hates Char.
Yeah. Oh, we also had the boomers.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, all the fucking boomers.
we finally saw the context of my joke from the last episode, which is I got my dick sucked by that tree over there.
Not
They-
recycling jokes.
They kidnap a woman and 3 small children.
Captain! The evacuees are rebelling, sir!
Huh?
What's that? The old folks went nuts back there and took some of the children hostage. They're demanding their white base land now.
have tried my best to explain the situation to you, but...
First of all, we want to assure you that we don't want to hurt anybody here. We just want to hear the truth about what's happening.
So then, you don't need to take any hostages, do you? Huh? Oh.
Because they want to get put down on Earth.
Yeah, they want to. They think it's bullshit that they were forced to be space immigrants. They want to just go.
A term that is spoken.
Out loud.
Yeah.
Space immigrants.
White base has space immigrants.
We gotta build the space wall. Space Force. Side 7 isn't sending us their best.
Yeah, so they're, old people, and they don't get what's going on, and they want what they want.
They don't understand how war works. For some reason, they've gone that long, and they're like, what's the fucking war?
Let's kidnap small children.
Fuck them! This is also the part where they humanize the villains a bit, which is something I appreciate.
Interesting.
So basically, the people on White Base call up Xeon and go, hey, you're super justified to fuck us up because we're at war. But we have a bunch of civilians on board. Let's drop the civilians off, and then you can fuck us up after they're gone.
Mr. Bright?
I think I've got a practical solution, Lieutenant Reed.
Well, what is it?
Perhaps we can request a temporary ceasefire with the Xeon, sir, then drop off the civilians.
What do you think, Shar? About the request for a ceasefire to drop off evacuees?
I don't like it. On the other hand, we don't know what the enemy wants right now, but this will buy us some time to get better prepared.
And?
This could be a golden opportunity for us to mobilize our slower ground forces.
And our chance of victory will increase dramatically, so we shouldn't say no, right?
And Xeon I took Xeon to be like, no, all is fair, nothing
We
more.
must kill all of
Nuke the babies! But Xeon's just like, yeah, that makes sense.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
And then you have later the Xeon, the two pilots, they drop off supplies for that lady and her kid.
Yeah,
it looked like they were going to drop a bomb on the kid.
Let's go through this chronologically. They send an escort, they're letting them go, but, they're going to send someone just to make sure they're not up to something.
Here it comes now.
Yep, so far so good.
This is Big John here. We confirm that the Trojan horse transport is underway.
Yeah.
And they are up to something.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they blast a hole in the side of the, cargo container?
But why are you breaking it, mister? It's a waste, isn't it?
Leave me alone! We're blowing a hole on purpose! We're doing it to fool the enemy!
Yeah, and they tell Xeon that it was damage from a missile that got shot.
Yeah, which is
earlier
now
as,
forcing them to
excuse.
land.
Yeah, there's some sort of mechanical issue. They use a signal flare to make smoke come out, and then they have to fake a crash landing.
This won't take long.
Hey, would you look at that? Are you all right? Come in, transport.
We're damaged from your missile attack, making an emergency landing.
Yeah. The civilians got out fine. They got on a boat. A woman and her child try to go find
St.
their
Agnes.
hometown. Yeah.
We thought we'd go to that house we saw earlier. Are you sure you want to go to St. Angus?
Thank you, but it's really not far from here at all, so we'll just walk. If St. Angus has been evacuated, then we'll be back to join up with you. So long.
And then, turns out that the good guys were fucking shitbirds and hiding a Gundam in the...
Yeah, they immediately, betrayed the, contract they had made with Xeon.
Just please let us get these civilians out.
Well, JK, we're here to push your shit in.
Yeah, and they use it to sneak in Amaru and his fucking Gundam.
Yeah, they do a fake out where it's like the villains are gonna bomb this woman or a small child.
Is it Amaro? It's not Amaru?
Armaru.
Well, thanks for giving me a reason to put the fucking Amaro montage in this episode.
Amaro!
Yeah, so Amaro...
He gets his name called a lot. Again.
By Frau Bo all the fucking time.
Like a lot.
She's like, there are scenes where the camera just can't pan through and she just goes, Amaro! And then it cuts away.
Oh man, okay. This is kind of jumping ahead a bit, but there's also the line, "This is the first time he experienced the scent of a woman."
And that's not a line in the dub. That's in the
subtitles.
Yet a slight fragrance still lingers in the air. For Amuro, this is the first time he's noticed the charms of a woman.
In the dub, they say like, Amuro thought that bitch was fine as fuck.
Yeah,
exactly
that.
That's
in English.
That's a one-for-one representation of what they said.
You don't know, I can redub that.
Just put your own voice over it.
I have the music. I have a Foley sound effect library. I can do it all, baby.
She's got the titties like.
This girl comes up to you, Amuro. She's got the big tits. She's got the big vagina. She's got the orange hair that looks like it was painted after the fact. Because there's no lines. There's no lines on her. Amuro and all the other characters,
and it's orange. It's not red.
Yeah, and all the other characters have black outlines on
it's
their hair.
Neon orange.
So it looks like they painted herself and then went, oh fuck, we actually don't want her to look like that, and then repainted it, but did it poorly.
Which is cool though.
She was. I believe that's. I actually think I was wrong in the first episode when I said he gets the hots for Sayla. I believe that's the girl that Amuro gets the hots for.
The redhead in the anime, in the mecha movie.
Yes, the redhead in the mecha. So yeah, fucking. Amuro's like, I'm on Earth. I'm gonna hang out here, and then when they come to get down, they're gonna get attacked by the Zeon, and I'm gonna shoot the Zeon in the ass. Basically.
Yeah. I'll be behind enemy lines. I'll ambush them. No one will expect it.
And then
he fucks everything up.
He immediately fucks up. So he thinks the Zeon people are coming to drop or attack a woman and her child. So do the woman and child. To be fair, they're like, oh fuck.
Amuro, hey, stop!
Kill the radio. The enemy plane has doubled back and followed that mother and child. Aren't you worried, Ryu?
Amuro!
Help me, darling. Give me strength to save our son.
No!
And then the soldiers are like, drop a little thing. And you were like, are they fucking bombing these children? And it turns out to be a package full of relief supplies, like food and probably clothes and water and shit. And Amuro is like, whoa, what? The bad guys did a good thing? And I'm like, whoa, what? The bad guys in the 70s anime did a good thing? That's fucking wild. That's out of character for anime. And then they start flying away, and Amuro's like, I can chill out now. Let me turn my head so my eye reflects the sun.
No, he like points his gun at them.
Yeah, he aims at them.
He hesitates.
And then
he's
like,
you see the reflection off the lens.
They see off of his eye. It's off the eye.
It's his eye?
Yeah.
I hope he didn't notice me.
What was that? A flash. We should go check it out. Switch off the safety on the missiles.
Pick up on that.
They'll see when I put the footage.
They did it later too. When the fight with Char.
He fucks up and he fucking blows him out of the sky.
Hey, that's the new mobile suit.
If only you hadn't seen me.
I think it was Rhiannon or Aiden was hoping that they were going to crash
into the mother.
Into
I don't know
mother
about
and child.
hoping. I think you said hoping.
Well, we have the footage.
We have the footage.
So then they fuck him up, and that part's really great because every single opportunity, the two Zeon soldiers are just cool dudes.
Yeah. They do land in the lake and like swim away.
Yeah, they did.
No, they talk. They meet up with the mother and the kid, and
yeah.
they're like, "Hey, we just wanted to make sure that you got what you guys needed. Okay, we're gonna go away now. Bye."
Oh, also, this used to be a town called
Agnes, St. Agnes, but it got fucking turbo nuked.
We must return to our unit or we'll be left behind. The two of you should stay in the capsule overnight for shelter.
How can I ever repay you?
Hey, kiddo. Grow up big and strong and take care of your mother. Hey, lady.
Yes? What is it?
Until about a year ago, this used to be a small town called St. Agnes. I think it would be better for you and your boy to go back and join the other civilians.
What? This was St. Angus? Oh, Coley. Mommy?
And the woman's like, my husband can't slam this puss no more? Fuck.
Yeah, it's phrased exactly like that.
Subtitles too.
It's a raunchy show.
It's the scent of that woman's cooter. God.
You know, instead of like regret, you didn't regret that after you said it. You regretted it as you were saying it.
But you had to commit still, because you can't just go the scent of that woman
and then stop. No, I have people. No, I am not a coward.
Stop.
I know I'm not a coward.
And I'm not a coward.
So yeah, so then the GA, which is this big purple ship that GARMA hangs out on, attacks White Base, and
yeah, they're in this like cool bombed out city.
Oh no, that's later. The GA attacks them more than once in the series.
But I think there is like bombed out city at this point.
Well, I think they're actually in a bombed out city in a lot of the fights in these episodes.
It looks pretty neat.
Yeah, you were like, these backgrounds are nice, and they are, and that's because they're just paintings. Like, unlike the animation, they didn't need to like draw like 40 pictures really fast for like $2.
Yeah, you just need the one background drawing.
Yeah, so you can be like, hey guy, you have like the entire.
I actually like how the show looks in general.
Well, I think
you know, they're doing like a lot of like, you know, recutting stuff. They'll have the same thing and then the same thing again, but now the ships are shooting lasers.
Yeah, like I like the animation style. It's obviously on a budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
they're working on it.
That's why I said like the first 5 episodes are like these are of a noticeably higher quality than the 5 episodes.
This is where the money went.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because the first 5 episodes are kind of boring to watch, as well as the action. But the action in this is cool. Like there's that scene where Char's getting shot at by missiles, and he keeps dodging them and shooting them as they fly past him.
That was a great scene.
Yeah, and that scene's cool. And then when like the Zaku jumps over the destroyed wall with the heat axe and starts trying to fuck up Amuro with it, like that's cool. There's a cool moment Amuro throws his shield like into a tank. Lots of cool stuff happens.
Oh yeah, the tanks where like the top lifts off.
Why, you?
Yeah, so in some of the Gundam like tactical RPGs that they have, if you blow up those tanks, you have to kill them twice because you kill the tank and then the thing takes off and just shoot that.
It's cool.
It's cool, and I do like the art style quite a bit, just because it doesn't look like modern anime. It looks like its own thing.
Yeah, it looks like a 70s anime.
Yeah, and I like the way that like this and like Science Team Gotcha
It has that
Force.
kind of campy, like a simplistic vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like it's not overly like there's not like it's like I don't want to. I was gonna say it doesn't look like there's over too much effort put into it. There's obviously a lot of effort put into it, but they kept it like really simple with like a lot of like
the stuff is drawn in such a way that you can draw it quickly,
and you can easily just go like that's the other part of the leg right there, and it wasn't like you can see like the kneecap on the Gundam and shit like that.
Yeah, and
you
when
can notice it all.
When all the mechs stand stationary, like you can see that they're good designs.
Yeah,
like when Char's Red Comet like just stands somewhere with his gun,
or the interior of the cockpits are really detailed.
Yeah, and again, because those are like a painting that a guy could have more time to work on than the individual like characters and stuff.
Yeah,
like
and then the characters have pretty simple suits. They got like a few outlines,
but they all
still look pretty okay.
Yeah, and they all have like a defining characteristic about them, so you can tell them.
You got the huge guy.
You got the huge absolute unit of a man. You have Kai. You can recognize Kai because he looks like a fish,
and he's crying all the time, being a fucking.
Oh yeah, we got Kai being a big baby.
Penis is small.
This battle's too hard for me.
I love Kai. Yeah,
Kai's his second favorite character.
Kai's my second favorite character. One of the zombies is my favorite character.
Yeah, no, Kai's I don't know. You love to hate him.
Yeah, just because he's such a fucking piece of shit, but then as soon as he's...
all the time.
Mr. Tamura, the meals for the elderly are...
We can't prove it, but that doesn't mean you're not guilty, so don't act innocent.
That's baloney! Think I have time to eat better when I'm busy cooking so much?
But you have to admit you are looking well fed.
Why, you?
Yeah, but then as soon as he's put in a dangerous situation, he's like, oh god, I'm actually a huge pussy, though.
Hey, I actually landed! Huh? They're firing at me.
But then also doesn't stop him from being an asshole later on.
Yeah, he does not learn anything from
No, because he was like, he fucking went to that fight where like he's being shot at and he's like just barely holding on. He fucking runs out of ammo and he fucking breaks down.
But
like,
it's a
this
very
is too
real
hard.
sort of selfishness.
Yeah,
you know?
and then like he goes back onto fucking white base and he's like,
Excuse me, chef.
I think
why
it'd
is Amuro getting more food?
It'd be cool if Amuro... I want Amuro to die. Huh, he's not responding?
I'm not saying your plan won't work, Amuro, but your plan's not gonna work, you stupid chode. And then Bright's just like, fuck, and just cold cocks the motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he's like, you say stuff like that again, I'm gonna throw you out the airlock into space.
I just knew it wouldn't work. Oh, that was nice. What did I ever do to deserve that?
Kai, if you show that attitude once more, I'll open the hatch and toss you out of the ship.
I gotcha, Mr. Bright.
This has so much child abuse here. He fucking bitch slaps Amuro.
Twice.
And Amuro's reaction is like very fair, where he's like, what the fuck?
If you're so eager to send Gundam into battle again, why not pilot it yourself?
What? I'd do it if I could. I don't need a kid to tell me how I should do my job.
Yeah, well, I don't see why I have to do something just because I can. You shouldn't have hit me.
Mr. Bright!
What's wrong with hitting you? You're a selfish brat.
You can't hit me.
And he's like, I fucking can. You're a petulant little boy. This is fucking war. Pick up a gun and kill some people.
Yeah, people die. Like
People die when
they're
they are
humanizing the antagonists, and they're still blowing them out of the sky.
Yeah, because we have the scene where they humanize them, but then we have the first fight with the Gaw, where it's daytime and they're...
And Amuro's just going like 1, 2, 3.
Sir!
1.
It's turn.
3. 6. And here's number 7. 7.
That's actually a cool scene where he's jumping, he's like having an aerial battle with all the flying parts of the
Yeah.
tank, so he's like shooting them out of the sky really quickly. Although it does have one awkward piece of animation where the Gundam's like looking, but his gun's over here, and then his body, all of his body stays completely stationary, his gun just goes... and just fires, and
that's how a robot moves.
That's true. So they blow. Yeah, he shoots out all the Gaw, and that's something you brought up. It's like they humanize these villains, and then Amuro just fucking kills a bunch of them. And like now, as a viewer, you're like, no, but those are all probably like real people who aren't evil. Because that's the thing I like about Mobile Suit Gundam is like the bad guys are clearly coded as bad guys, but with the exception of maybe Char, no one appears to be just evil.
Oh man, Char, yeah. So let's talk about Char, but he gets like a lot of stuff happens to Char. He gets dunked on.
Yeah.
He kills his
GARMA shows up.
He betrays his friend. They introduce this character, like his commanding officer.
GARMA Zombie.
Yeah, and then Char by the end of it gets him killed off in these 5 episode span.
Yeah, because they introduce him and he's like, oh, my old buddy Char, and they're kind of the friends, but they're also like a little bit of rivals. So Garma's like, oh Char, you're an orphan and you suck.
Yeah, what was it?
You don't have a family to fight for like I do, you little bitch.
He's like, you wouldn't understand problems with familial relationships or something.
Yeah, he's like, you wouldn't understand the demands of family lineage.
Garma, there's no reason why you should go out there.
Thanks for your concern, but I have to consider what my elder sister might think. Guys like you who have no family ties wouldn't understand.
like, whoa, okay.
And then he awkwardly, he's animated to awkwardly just go snap into a chair.
Yeah.
Because like he walks over to it, and the walk cycle's not terrible, but then the animation of him sitting in a chair is like 4 frames. It goes, dun, dun, dun. It's great.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, Char's playing him up, like, trying to make him more confident and go out on
It's like, nah, dude, you're so fucking good, dude.
And Char is even the one who thinks of the initial plan that eventually gets Garma killed. He's like, hey, Garma, but he pitches the plan to Garma in a way that makes Garma think he thought it up.
They can deploy it. Don't interfere with this. Just watch. Just see how beautifully I'll bring him down.
Excellent. Finally, I'll see your splendid fighting skills. With all the dirt on this plug, it's no wonder my radio wasn't working properly. Engineer, you will be dealt with accordingly. What do you have to say about it?
It's unfortunate.
I'm sure you saw the action on the laser scope, Commander Shar. Even without my distress call, you could have easily come to my rescue.
I was trying to be careful not to damage your sense of pride, Captain Garma.
Damage my sense of pride?
You instructed me to simply watch. Also, with your piloting skills, I had no doubt you'd be able to maneuver through that little mess without a problem.
I suppose.
Yeah.
And Garma's
like,
interesting.
Manipulation.
Garma doesn't seem like an awful...
No, he doesn't seem like a bad dude at all. He seems like
he wants to bang that blonde girl.
He doesn't. It's not even that. He straight up says like, "Oh, I'm gonna quit the Xeon."
Yeah, if after I do this crazy mission, if it doesn't work out that I can marry you, I'll just quit.
Iselina, if I pull this off, my father won't come between us.
Oh, Garma.
If my father refuses to grant me my wish, then I will abandon Xeon.
Oh, Garma.
And we'll allow him.
It seems sincere.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's fucking lying. He's not doing it in like a playboy,
in like a fuckboy way.
No, he's such a genuine guy. And Char's like, "I'm gonna fucking choke kill."
Yeah, no, it doesn't. He calls Char, and Char is just laughing at him as he dies.
Hey, Garma, do you read me? Blame this on the misfortune of your birth.
What? Misfortune?
That's right.
Char, you're not saying that...
You were indeed a very good friend to me. Don't take it personally. You can thank your father for this.
Char, you double-crossed me, Char!
Yeah, because there's there's like that interesting thing where they set up that like Garma wants to impress his sister and his family. He's got like this big boating family to impress, but at the same time he's willing to throw that all away in a second if it doesn't work out, just so he can be with the woman he loves. And they share like a nice intimate moment together.
And Char critically watches from the window.
Char just stands in the
dipping
bushes,
his drink, fucking the
jerking off. Stop playing your fucking stupid music from the fucking 1998 Billboard top of the charts, Mighty Mighty Bosses. That's the impression that I get.
This came out in 2019.
I like the music in Gundam.
Yeah!
The fucking Gundam soundtrack is a ball.
Yeah, you got like, I don't think we noticed it last time because we were too busy like sucking each other's dicks.
Well, I noticed like whenever the battle theme.
Oh yeah, the battle theme with the trumpets where it's like,
yeah.
Well, even like the shitty waltz during the like nobility scene with the it was alright. It was pretty good. Decent waltz. Where the fuck were we? But like the theme, dude.
Yeah, you're talking about Char betraying.
Oh yeah, the betrayal.
Because we were just talking about him jerking off in the bushes.
He's jerking off in the bushes. He sets up this plan to like fuck up Char, and then this in here is also when Amuro is like, "I want to play with the Gundam," and Bright's like, "Stop being a fucking little cuck." And then the only thing that takes him out of his depression, unfortunately, is the children being like, "Hey, Amuro, we stole all these tomatoes. Have one." And Amuro's like, "Thanks."
Hi! I have something nice for you.
Huh? Thank you.
Keep up the good work. Don't tell anyone else about it, okay?
Sure.
But I can fight Char? Yes!
Fuck,
yeah,
and the guy and the
Char!
fucking Mr. Brightside is like, yo, You were. Oh my! I thought you were gonna be as good as Char one day. And Amber's like, "What? What'd you say? What? I'm better than Char?"
He comes out of his room. He's Char.
What'd you say? I'm better than Char. I can beat Char.
So, Char convinces Garma to go attack.
Yeah. So this is the bombed out city.
Yes, this is
like
the cool
stadium where they hide.
They hide white base inside the stadium.
Yeah.
Rotate 180 degrees.
Yes, sir. 180 degrees.
No one can see it, so they don't know where they're coming from, and then and then Amuro. It's really interesting because it feels realistic to like what you would do in an actual war. Hide the big thing, and then get one of our soldiers to get like a nice position and just pick off the things. And there's like great moments where there's like a Zaku walking around the city, and it's like looking around, and then it turns, and the barrel of the bazooka comes out from like a blown out window and just blows his head away. And I was like, fuck, that's fucking cool. You know what's nice about whenever a Zaku gets destroyed by having its head exploded, or its arm blown off, or its leg blown off, the pilot's not dead. The pilot's right here. So remember I don't know if you saw the clip, but there's a clip that I showed in the actual edited episode where Amuro stabs a Zaku through its chest. It's stabbed directly into the cockpit.
So he killed the man.
He killed that man. And I don't remember if it came up in this episode while you guys were paying attention. I probably missed it while they were talking about it. But they stress very clearly to Amuro, do not strike the engine of a Gundam while we're on the surface of Earth. Because Gundams are powered by nuclear power. And if you blow up a Gundam, it is equivalent to exploding a nuke on the surface of the Earth. So if you do that...
I did not pick up on that.
Yes, it comes up in these episodes, right?
No, it came out in the first ones.
It came out in the first ones? Okay.
Yeah, it came out in the first batch.
Yeah, they're basically like, oh right, because he slices through that thing in space and it explodes really huge. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, Gundams are basically walking nukes. So when you're on Earth, you can't just fire wildly. You have to actually think about what you're doing. Because like I said, if you fully detonate the core of a Gundam, it is just launching a nuke on the surface of the Earth. And there's I don't know if it's in the past or later on in the series, but they do say there's only a finite amount of times you can do that before the world just ends. So don't. So that's why Amuro had to be really clever. And yeah, they launch a flare so the city gets all lit up. If this was a live action movie, this scene would be
the big scene.
Yeah, because all the shadows and light would be casting. And it's one of those things where I wish that season 1 had a bigger budget. Because if it had a big budget that Gundam has now, it'd probably be a cool thing where there'd be a shadow and the flare would be falling, and then the light would cast over. You'd see Gundam for a second, and the shadow would go back over, and then Gundam would come out with the beam saber.
I think they put a pretty big portion of the money into
these moments.
Yeah, they definitely did.
And then basically Char is like, Garma, you're so fucking big and sexy and erotic. You can
carpet bomb him.
Oh yeah, he's like a little bit of carpet bombing.
You can't find the Trojan horse. Well, they haven't left the city. Try harder.
You may be right. The most expedient way to flush a rat out of its nest is with a little bit of carpet bombing.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you can have little carpet bombing just to be safe.
And then he's basically like, Garma, you're so fucking cool. You definitely won't lose to the Gundam. Even if it's a better suit, you're a better pilot. You'll do great.
Fuck him up, buddy.
And then he does it, and then basically Char just kind of fucks off, and Garma goes and immediately gets murked, and right before Garma dies, he radios Char and goes, Char, it's fucking bad, help! And Char just goes,
you dumb bitch.
And he's like, aw, you tricked me, and he explodes.
Char, you double-crossed me, Char!
Glory to the nation of Zeon!
And then that's when we get revealed to what is gonna going forward be the big plot of the series, which is the Zabi family. When they tell
that was neat.
The king,
and he drops his cane.
Yeah.
Degwin Soto Zabi, the sovereign of Zeon and father of Garma, revealed his grief by dropping his cane before the messenger. There were no words to express his loss.
Like so in shock that his
Staff with
son's
his
dead
huge
now.
purple
That part has a certain amount of emotional weight. There's just like a messenger like on his knees, and he's just like. And like they hint towards the Zabi family with like his sister and his dad, the king of the principality.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, he has to impress his big sister.
Yeah, so there's other members of his family, and they're all like the bad guys.
Yeah, it's foreshadowed for sure.
They also it can be taken as like a joke, but there's that part where Redhead Girl shows up, and she touches Amuro on the shoulder and says, "You might be a psychic," and then walks away.
Without your fighting skills with the Gundam, my supply plane would have been destroyed on the way here. Thank you so much. Amuro, I believe you may be a psychic.
Oh, not me.
That's not like a joke. Psychics are real.
Oh.
They're real in Gundam.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're like really super
Yeah, 'cause
rare.
that seems like a weird compliment to pay someone. Because he's like, that's not true.
Yeah, and like in the subtitles it says Esper.
Which is different, and
Yeah.
that's like, well, like that's. I feel like they should have said Esper.
Yeah, but like to a lot of like layman's normal people, Esper and Psychic are like synonymous, basically. But yeah, so that's important because, like I said, people who are psychics, they exist in Gundam, and they're like super bomb-ass pilots because they're just like, he's attacking from behind, and they just turn around and shoot him.
Oh, they're Jedi.
Yeah, they're basically Jedi of the universe. So he meets that redhead chick, and the show's like...
Yeah, and she asks for all their combat records as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, and Amuro's like, oh, none. I just started murking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But so these 5 episodes of Mobile Suit Gundam, they were a lot better.
Oh, way better.
Like for example, you can tell, like the viewer can tell by just how much we actually remembered and like.
Yeah, and we're not just kind of scrambling to remember like what information. Like
Yeah, so we did look at the summary, but we only looked at the summary for the first episode.
Yeah,
yeah.
Six. Kind of remember
the rest
what
of this
happened
has
at the beginning.
Just talking, gabbing and gooking.
Let's go with it. Whatever. Fuck it. Welcome to Gavin and Gookin.
I've sucked a dick! I've had a penis in my mouth!
Okay, we're gonna cut out everything and just hard cut to that.
Oh, we also had me saying,
I had a guy jerk me off on a dance floor.
Did you?
Yeah.
So Dom, how do you feel about the snippet of Gundam you got to see into?
Seems cool.
Yeah, you probably have a way higher opinion than everyone else initially did.
Yeah, because we had that shitty start.
Yeah.
I think you could just watch from episode 6 and not watch through 5. Like, I had a good time.
Yeah, you weren't really lost.
Maybe 1. Maybe watch episode 1.
Yeah, episode
just so
1.
you can see like who Amuro is.
And maybe one
and
episode
see
in
him
the
kill
middle.
his dad.
Yeah, that's an important detail. See him murder his dad, and then maybe like one episode in between.
Oh, he
oh yeah.
killed his
So
dad, dude.
so Amuro is running to go meet his dad, who's the guy, one of the guys that built Gundam. And Amuro finds the manual for Gundam. He's like, oh, this is how you pilot Gundam. And then the Zaku are gonna it's implied they're gonna kill his dad. So he gets into the Gundam and starts piloting it. As he's doing this, he slices his sword through one of the Zaku, and the Zaku explodes, and it blows a hole in the side of Side 7, and his dad and this other guy just get sucked out into the vacuum of space like that. Now,
wow,
it is possible that his dad could come back, because we didn't see
He
him...
got, like, kidnapped, and now he's a prisoner.
Well, you just didn't see him die. You saw him get sucked out into the vacuum of space at the side of a space station in the middle of nowhere.
But it is also a sci-fi show, and sci-fi shows can do that bullshit. They do it quite often.
So, I'm worried that he will come back, but I'm also hoping that Amuro is just like, I wonder what happened to my dad.
Oh, he doesn't know, does he?
No, he doesn't know that he may have accidentally killed his dad.
Oh,
he
yeah,
doesn't
no.
see him get sucked out into space.
Yeah, he has no idea what happened.
There's also a part in episode 1 where you see, I think you saw the clip of it, Frau Bo's like running to go talk to Amuro and there's an explosion. For context, all the people on that road died, including her mother and father. When she turns around to see the result of the explosion, she goes, Mom, Dad? And then she runs over and starts like holding like her father or her mother's body and crying. And then Amuro's like, hey, they're still shooting, you have to go. You don't have time to mourn. And that's when he slaps her to get her to just go.
Jeez.
Yeah.
This just rocks, man.
Yeah, like if you were
like, it's kind of like it's a weird thing. Oh man, they kill people. That's sick.
Yeah,
cool.
dude, it's so
yeah.
cool.
But
I mean, that's why people like Attack on Titan is like characters actually die.
And that that was the whole thing with
the Comic a Kill.
No.
All the Edgewords fell in love with that.
Legend of Black Heroes.
No. Western, like Western media.
Not anime?
Not anime.
There's things.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
That's when Game of Thrones was in the cultural zeitgeist for like 9 years, and that's all anyone ever talked about.
Characters actually die.
But anyway, they give it actual stakes.
Yeah, and like I think that's always interesting when like a big selling point of a show is, oh, there's actual tension and things actually matter.
Yeah, when you're talking about a story that is about war,
okay,
it feels way more respectful. Like I don't know, it's an anime.
Well, yeah,
about
because
war,
it's
so,
showing
like,
war
a
and it's
goofy
showing
thing.
death.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, the wider context of the story to just have it not be a big deal. No one dies.
Well,
Well, any
like,
consequences. That'd be weird. But like, this is setting where half the population. is
like
dead.
a war story without like death in it. It just kind of feels really disingenuous.
It's
like,
cartoonish.
Because you're like, oh yeah, we had this big war and people were fighting, but no one dies. The stakes are never anything, and war is just like, oh, people are just fighting. But when you have main characters die,
named characters who were like had solid arcs, they were important. They do things.
Yeah, like Garma feels like a guy who would have an arc over like more episodes.
Garma is 100% would take a character that could have been in the show for the rest of the season.
Garma,
he could be the bad guy who eventually joins the good guys.
He could be the Vegeta. That's what it feels like. Because he's like, I'm just gonna abandon Zeon and marry you. And if things go bad, he's like, you know what? Fuck this. And he seems like the guy who a battle would be going bad, and he's like, this is bullshit. I'm just gonna join these guys.
Or the they send him on a mission that just goes too far and he won't do it.
Yeah, like oh,
he thinks of Iselia and goes like,
this is fucked.
She wouldn't love me if I did this.
Yeah.
But no,
they
just
kill him.
Fucking murked
By the good guys.
Yeah, the good guys just murder this man that, as far as we're aware, isn't evil.
He's a combatant.
He's a combatant, but he's not evil.
Yeah.
This
just
isn't
part of Zeon.
This is like I always say it's World War II in space. But this is very much less World War II in space, and it's more World War I in space.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of spoilers, but there are Gundam series where it's after this series and the Earth Federation wins, and it shows that maybe the Earth Federation isn't the best government. Maybe they're kind of fashy. So maybe, and then there's also things where Principality of Zeon wins, and they've got strengths and flaws as a government too. So it's like, no one's bad. They're just on different sides. And I believe, like, as the series goes on, even Amuro is like, you know what, Shah, I respect your world views and your thoughts. And I get
I mean, Char seems like the
Char-
worst person we've met.
So, Char seems evil now, but I know from the way people talk about Char, he gets mad justified in all of his beliefs and thoughts. This is the last thing I want to say. It's like, this is why when we're watching the episodes, people make fun of, like, the dialogue. I always feel a little bad, because I feel like it subtracts from people's perception of the show. Because the show, sure, the dialogue is corny sometimes, and it's kind of dumb.
There's goofy moments.
There's goofy moments, but that's like the foibles of, like, translating something. And also technically working on what's supposed to be a kid's show. Because this is supposed to be a show for kids.
They're trying to sell toys.
Yes. But, on a macro scale, on like a broad scale, the writing's good. The themes and ideas presented are interesting and unique, and not what you would expect when you go into a fucking big robot show.
Yeah.
That's why people ask me, like, what's Mecha like? What's Gundam like? I'm like, it's like World War II, the anime, but instead of tanks, they pilot mechs. Like, just think of the mechs as tanks. It's not about, like, sick hyper-action mecha shit.
Yeah, they keep track of ammo, like...
Yeah, everyone's ran out of ammo in the things they've been using.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You know, your missile. You only have so many missiles in a fight, and they stick to it. As far as I can tell. Like, I haven't been counting, but
and that's super interesting, and that comes more into play as like Gundam goes on. But they sometimes Mobile Suit Gundam does create series that are just about the action. Like, there's two that stick in my mind. Mobile G Fighter is literally just a generic battle anime, but they're Gundams, and then Gundam Build Fighters is like a sweet fantasy story where it's like, oh, have you ever wanted to see these two mobile suits fight, but they were in different timelines? Well, now you can, because it's about kids who build Gundams and then fight them, like little ones. Yeah. So they can get away with being silly. But other than that, most Mobile Suit Gundam is like, hey, this is like a serious war story. So, did everyone have a good time?
Yeah.
Are you gonna definitely come back and see it again?
You fucking roped me into this, and you. Yeah.
Are you? But now you're kind of committed.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm committed. I want to watch this.
All right. And Dom,
I
see
like
you.
the show. I like talking to you guys. It's a good time.
So will you be back next 2 weeks from now? Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Probably.
Amuro,振り向かないで宇宙の彼方に輝く星はアムロ お前の生まれたふるさとだ。覚えているかい少年の日のことを、暖かいぬくもりの中で目覚めた朝を、アムロ振り向くなアムロ、男は涙を見せぬもの見せぬもの、ただ明日へと明日へと永遠